Hello there, this is ELB, so let's get back to work. Last time we got the sword to not kind of screw up when it's going too fast, and we also gave it a little bit of a trail to the tip of the sword. You can see it right here. Anyhow, so what are we trying to do now? Well, I'd like to make it so that the quick attack for the sword is simply a stab. I had something else in mind just a moment ago. Um, I cannot quite remember what it was. In any case, that's fine. Uh, oh, you know what? There was something I did want to do. Well, let's just start with getting the sword to work right with stab. So, the simplest way I can think of doing this is having the blade itself move rather than simply rotate and follow the player. It would still be following the player, but it would be on an offset using length dir X and length dir Y, meaning it would be offset a certain distance from the player based upon an angle to get the X and Y coordinates. So how do we do this? Well, we built the sword so that it simply swings so far. It appears, it does what it's supposed to, but it needs to, or it appears and just prepares for a swing. So let me show you what I'm trying to get at here. The moment I press the button, the sword appears, right? And then it, charges up for a medium attack, right? But if I press the attack fast enough, it simply appears and then does this like little wimpy looking swing, right? So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for the sword to appear ready to be swung just to immediately go into a stab at a completely different direction. So instead what I'm thinking is the sword will not appear until it's charged up for a larger attack. So in this case, I need to have the sword not be visible until the medium attack appears, or until the sword is actually stabbed with. So let's figure out how to go about this. We might have to change the sword code a lot more or only a little bit more. I'm unsure so far. So I know the enemy collision code is not going to be changed at all, which is good. But is there something that will be changed? So I think we can still reliably use the attack states, attack state 0 for the preparation for the attack, attack state 1 for the actual, swing or jab or whatever itself, and then attack state 2 for the what's it called? Attack state 2 for the cooldown after a swing. So – This sort of thing always has me a little bit on edge, so I'm going to create this real quick. It'll be our backup just in case I royally mess this up and I have to go about it a different way. So first off, let's remove this. Attack speed 0 will never be rotated. That's unnecessary. So let's see here. We're doing minus and plus 45 from the get-go, so don't think this is necessary. But this should be useful. And instead, we'll have this go up by 60. Okay. So real quick, let's take a look at this. No matter what, image angle start will equal to obj test figure dot player aim direction. So it's going to look like the sword just starts out in front of the player and then immediately jolts to the side once it's ready to swing. It'll still probably be able to swing, but it'll be really weird looking for the weak attack. That's even weirder than I was expecting. Okay, what did I do wrong here? I must not have looked at the code correctly. Oh, I definitely did not look at the code correctly. Okay. I think, yeah, this is actually the one that we wanted. Angle 60. We're gonna add this to all of them. Okay, let's take a look at this now. Also, I may just sneeze in a moment. Well, that just looks interesting, doesn't it? Okay, so we probably don't actually need to do that weird of stuff here. Real quick, if attack change equals, no, hold on. Attack speed, there we go, is larger than or equal to 1. Then we'll do everything in sword rotation. So, well, that means that if attack speed is equal to 0, then we can do that, and this can just be an else. Let's take a moment to look at our good old friends easing again. What I'd like to use is ease in back, because we'd start off with the sword held out, we'd bring it in slightly before jamming it forward to give it a little bit more oomph. Which should be how we want it. Okay. Now, what am I going to do for this then? I am going to use what I will call jab distance. Okay. So jab distance is going to be equal to SCR ease out, I think it was. Let's take a look at that again. Ease in back. Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, sorry, I was looking at a message. It looks like it's all the same stuff, so we need to set up our timer. So we can just go off of swing time real quick, which should be easy enough. So we're going to do current time minus swing time. I think we know for a fact that the sword is always going to start out at 0, at a distance of 0 from the player. Okay, so we can do this, and it'll have a change of, say, 10. So it'll go away from the player by 10 units, or 10 pixels. Or was it that that was the amount of time that it took? Should take to reach the end of the value, e.g. 30. Yeah, so we'll use attack length still. And that should be good. Yep, okay. Here, I'm gonna remove this from here, put it right here, and call it sword swing instead. So jab distance. I think that's all I really need to do. Of course, we need this. Jab distance equals 0. So the distance the sword has moved from or the sword is away from the player. So, in order to make this correct, we're going to do that plus length dir x. There we go. Length will be jab, jab distance. The direction will be image index. No, image angle? There we go, image angle. And that should do exactly what we need, I think. Let's give this a test. Oh, we get this. Not set before reading, copy, abort. Okay, so let's put this in Notepad as usual and see what actually happened. So it was in line 71 for the basic step event for the sword. What went wrong? Here. Let's put this under that else as well. Attack speed equals. Okay, so this is only if the attack speed is 1 or higher. Is there anything about angle? Let's do jab distance and equals jab distance. Okay. Alright, so it should be functional, but once again, it's not going to look correct. Oh boy, look at that. Beautiful. It does pull back at least slightly. I'm not totally satisfied with that, though. It feels a little off. Maybe if I increased the attack speed. Or, I guess it's not the speed, but we're gonna do this real quick. It looks a little bit funny. Um, Here's what I'll do. Jab distance, -10. Okay. Change is going to be 20. We're going to immediately change the jab distance to 0. Okay. Let's see how this looks real quick. Starts off in. It feels a little bit funny. Like it's going out too far, maybe. It's still going out too far. Would 10 really just be best? That would bring it out to... Wait, what the heck? Why is that even happening? Hold on. Oh, pfft. We'll do this. I'm dumb. Okay, we're gonna do that. Jab distance should get put to what it's supposed to be. Okay. Let's take a look at this. What the heck? That is odd. So it's if you just barely hold it longer, you can get a longer stab. But it's difficult because it's like frame perfect timing, and you... Why is that? Why? I'm so confused. Attack speed equals 1. You're gonna have to forgive me for my confusion here, because I am definitely confused. And the sword is definitely... Okay, no, it doesn't matter how long I try to hold it. At least it doesn't seem like it. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the way we are handling our timers, because it's based off of milliseconds that have passed since the OS started. I'll show you what I mean by that. So it returns the milliseconds passed since the OS was started. It usually works as a timer, but something about this just isn't sitting very well. But I'm also not too sure if that's really the case. Like, let's see. Is the attack just going on longer or something? If current time minus swing time is larger than attack length. Current time minus swing time. Attack state equals 0. Attack state equals 1. If attack speed equals 0, attack state equals 1, swing time equals current time. Current time minus swing time. Is the jab distance start changing or something? I'm gonna do this. Draw, control. I'm gonna draw self. And then I'm gonna do draw text x plus, I don't know, 32, y plus 32, so it'll be at the top left of the screen. String will be string, what is it that I need? Um, I'll do this. Jab distance. Well, I'll just call it jab start to save space. Plus string jab distance start. Oh. Let's see. Oh. Was not thinking there. Okay. So it's difficult to tell here. But it is going past 0 to 6.84. Which should not be happening. So what's going on? Okay. Probably do that. Guess we could get swing time in there. Or and the attack length is literally the amount of milliseconds that go by, right? So let's try that. Draw text 3264 attack length. Oh, now I gotta make these match because I gotta string attack length. Okay. Let's give this a test. Oh, come on. I am not able to see this fast enough. and do this, bring it down to 5. Let's take a look. Alright, that actually makes sense because we're going off of timing. Poop. You know, I think this is a wake-up call to rework the way I do timers. So, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to rework my timers to go off of steps passed rather than milliseconds passed since the OS started. Shouldn't go too badly. It's not super complicated. Nope, not going to save you. Going to delete you, in fact, because that's unnecessary at this point. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Swing time equals 0. The start of the timer for swinging the weapon will turn back to 0 before the actual attack begins. And that's for a good reason. We'll see in a minute. Or at least, I think it's for a good reason. Okay. Where are we getting rest time? Oh, I see. Either way, I'm going to replace you all with nothing. Okay, so attack length will be 10 because it's 10 steps. 267, so what was that? 267 divided by 30, come on, 33.333333, so 8 steps. Rest length will be 3 steps. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then at the start we're going to have the timer There we go. I think that's all I needed to do. Let's look for swing time real quick. It's larger than equal to attack length, and attack length has now been fixed. I think we're good, but I'm not totally sure. This here is the rate of change, I believe, right? 120 in argument 3. Right. Okay, I think this should work, but we may get an error, who knows. And I am getting close to the end of my streaming time. Oh, real quick. Forgot to do this. Back to 30 we go. Okay. I'm not seeing it go off farther than... Oh boy! Look at that! Fun stuff! Okay, so that really messed with everything. Okay. At least the stabbing is working vaguely. But why are you doing that? But why are you doing that? Rest time. Where is rest time? Oh, rest time equals... Let's call this swing time. Good. You're going to be equal to 0. But rather than doing that, we're going to call swing time... Do I already have an attack time? I'm going to call swing time, or here, let's look for rest time real quick. And we'll place you with attack timer. Replace all. Let's go for swing time. Place you with attack timer. Okay, let's give this a shot. How long have I been streaming? This is for about 45 minutes. Of course. go. Well now. Why did that happen? Oh, rest length is still set to 200 right there. So what would that be? 6 steps? Calculator. So 200 divided by 33.33333, 6 steps. Okay. Rather than 200 steps, which was a little bit funny. Alright. The only thing we really need to do now is have the blade come back inward after the stab and have it be invisible at the start. So we're going to have image alpha equals 0 at the start. And then we're going to set it to image alpha equals 1. Okay. Okay. If attack speed equals 0, don't forget to do that. Then else da we're gonna do, we can do this for one. Or are we going off of? Also, I better hurry this up because I do actually have to go to work. We'll do that. We'll use jab distance end. We'll use attack timer. It should look almost like a comically quick pullback. Oh. Let's see. Attack state equals 1. Image alpha equals 1. There we go. Let's give this a shot. Should be pulling back. Come on. Really? What's wrong here? Oh, well, that might be the reason. Jab distance end, attack timer. Okay, hopefully this is correct. Please work with me, thing. Yeah, you can see how that sword pullback is a little bit funny looking. Um, hmm. So let's make the attack length. We could bring this to 4, and that would bring this to 7, and math, and bring this to 6, and bring you to 5. Let's bring you to 6 and you to 5. Okay, we got only one last issue here. The fact that the sword turns invisible slightly if it takes too long. Here, how about this? Image alpha equals 0. If RB, or if gamepad check button, what was it? Button check 0 GP button, or was GP button? No. Shoulder RB, I believe, is what we want. Right. Equals true. Okay. Let's give this a go. Oh god, I'm running out of time here. Like, really bad. There we go. Stab at him. Okay. I really do gotta go. I have like 13 minutes to get to work. Luckily, I live pretty close. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.